All right, we are checking out DarkSwitch today. It's a vertical city builder. I'm guessing it's kind of along the lines of Frostpunk, although I've never played Frostpunk. DarkSwitch is a vertical survival city builder. Build a city on a great tree and defend it against the fog. Face the challenges of limited real estate, scarce resources, and tough morale choices as you seek to uncover the mystery of the veil. The tree provides, the tree protects, the tree prevails. This is a demo version. There are no user reviews as of now, and the planned release date is March 12th. So just what's that, like about a month and a half, a month and 6 days. Oh yeah, the city building of Frostpunk 2 and survivalism of Endzone and Project Zomboid. Okay, well that's an interesting mix. I did go into the options and I turned the music off. The music is actually pretty dark and pretty good. Unfortunately, I don't have any copyright-free music that's gonna mimic that. But anyway, we did turn that off and graphics were auto set to high. There aren't really any other options other than that. So let's go ahead and start a new game here.
Years ago, violent shroud surges began ravaging our world. They overwhelmed and engulfed everything in their path. And with the fog came horrors beyond comprehension. That is why, by the personal decree of Archon Valfidas, we founded the settlement we call Elloran. Here, we conduct vital research and study the shroud's nature, to uncover its secrets and to forge weapons against this unrelenting threat.
Right, Toiler's Chief Mathan? I don't know what that word is. Okay, Master Ethnarch? Okay, some of these words are already brutal. Okay, the postal bird has brought ill tidings. The bureaucrats of Sorago write that food shipments from the capital shall cease. Furthermore, they demand that we send a report of our activities here. Okay, looks like Archon Valfidas is having trouble in the capital. He's rapidly losing the council's support. Now, let's review our stockpiles. How long do we have? 3 days. We've only got food for 3 days, Master. Yes, for a long time our outpost survived solely on provisions from the metropolis. It seems the time has come to fend for ourselves. There are mushrooms growing on that tree just above the platform. Hypholoma sublateria, a poor man's supper indeed, yet better than an empty belly when winter comes. Okay, welcome to DarkSwitch. To make your journey through the lands and air currents of Nalay not only interesting but also comfortable, we have prepared descriptions of important elements of the game's interface for you. Would you like to go through the tutorial? Absolutely. The main menu can be opened by pressing the button in the upper right corner of the screen or by using the escape key. Okay, so that would be here. Okay, the residence indicator shows the total population of your settlement as well as how many of them have permanent jobs. Right now, you have 55 residents who are not assigned to any task. Okay, 55. And I guess this symbol down here, it looks like a hammer with a circle and a line through it, means not working. So population and then not working is what I'm guessing. The camera switch button allows you to select the viewing method. A camera attached to a tree is useful for working with buildings on the trunk. A free camera is convenient for studying objects on the ground. Okay. The clock shows the time in your settlement. Many events in the game depend on the time of day. For example, at 8 a.m. the day shift begins and ends at 2000 hours. Okay, so I should have said 800 hours. After which the residents who have finished working will have a snack, go to sleep. Okay, okay, a few little grammatical mistakes here. There should be a space between this and we'll have a snack. And then there needs to be some word here or go to sleep. I don't know. You can also see next to the clock how many days you have already been in Eleran. The buttons below allow you to increase the speed of the game or pause it. Okay, so that would be up here. Pause, play, double speed, triple speed, I'm guessing. I don't know. It might be 4x, 8x. Who knows? Okay, resource panel. The resource panel displays the materials collected by the residents of your settlement. Resources are divided into basic resources, raw food, wood, iron, gas, solar, and advanced resources, rations, boards, steel, gasoline, crystal. The most important resources at the beginning of the game are wood, raw food, and rations. You will learn how to extract the other resources later. Your first assignment is to set up the production of rations in the settlement. Movement is a little bit weird, but I guess that's because time moves so fast. Let me go into YouTube Studio for just a second here. I do need to change maybe some of the tags in this game because it's a little bit different game that I'm used to. Okay, there we go. Okay, good enough. Okay, edible mushrooms. Send workers to gather mushrooms. Collect food from the mushrooms. From the mushroom patch. 0 of 10. Oh, I get into there. Okay, so how do we do this now? Okay, so camera view. Okay, so that said on the ground. Okay, so it looks like A and D rotate, and then W and S go up and down. Okay, social food. The forest house provides overnight accommodation for 8 residents. Okay, so we can put them on the ground. We can also put them on the tree. Okay, are there different types of residents then? Can't really go into that. Okay, so how do we send people? Okay, not working, unemployed. Close to housing. Okay, scout groups can be deployed. Price 5 gold. How much do we have? Oh, no, 5 rations. Okay, 5 rations. We have 20. Okay, sure. Let's do that. Okay, so I still don't know how. Mushrooms level 1. Okay, so okay, let's just assign 2 for now. Oh, we need to collect 10, so let's just do max for now. Okay, let's do max. Um, Work shifts. Most buildings require assigning workers to shifts. They won't function without them. You can add a worker to a shift by clicking on the icon of the worker type you need, or fill the entire shift at once by pressing the max button. Clicking on a worker's icon in the shift will remove them, while clicking on the min button will clear the entire shift. Okay, I feel like min should be a different word. Min probably should be like one worker. So it should be like max and clear or empty or something like that instead of min. But anyway. Okay, day and night shifts. At the start of the game, you have two shifts. Day shift at 800 hours to 2000 hours, and night shift 2000 hours to 800 hours. Each worker can only be assigned to one shift at a time before resting. Certain conditions, e.g. severe illness, will prevent workers from working. Shift efficiency. The efficiency panel shows how well the current shift is performing. You can see the hourly and daily resource production rates. Efficiency drops if the shift is understaffed or workers have negative conditions, e.g. injuries or exhaustion. The worse your workers' morale, the more frequent workplace accidents become. Classes of citizens. Workers are divided into 3 classes: toilers, artisans, and rangers. Each class has preferred jobs, which they perform with increased efficiency, and unsuitable jobs, which suffer penalties. For example, laborers are the most efficient at harvesting fungi from the tree's bark. Buildings that gather raw food, e.g. fungus gathering posts, operate indefinitely. Their food sources replenish over time. Other resource nodes, however, can be fully depleted. Ooh, that sucks. Okay. All right, so we're collecting mushrooms here. I'm going to pause that for just a second. Okay, so I think food is going to be pretty important. So let's, and we have quite a few toilers right now. So let's go max. Okay, so let's hit play here. Okay, so let's do this. Okay, so forest house, food, cookery. I'm guessing we're gonna need cookery, unless that's what this is. Okay, that's council chamber. What's this? A bunch of resources. Let's get a couple players on that. Okay, forest house. Resources. Okay, edible mushrooms. These mushrooms taste like feet and smell of rot. Thankfully, they're hardy and they grow quickly. Not enough to feed the settlement, but enough to delay starvation. Usually such mushrooms are the food of beggars and eternally hungry teenage urchins, and when the order to get them comes from the ethnarch, it is considered a bad sign. Okay, so no time for pickiness. Craftsman head Helga. Tessin, you may be Einarch now, but what in the light's name are you doing? What exactly are you referring to? The mushrooms? We have no food shipments left, so now 3 toilers writhe with gut rot, and 1 nearly died, and it's only going to get worse. What are you thinking, Tessin? About growth stages and nutrient solutions. Did anything that I taught you matter to you? Okay, I'll order a kitchen built at once. And the healing quarters, we have sick people, and judging by your start, we'll have more. Helga, we can't build anything here. It's just we can't build anything here. It's just indigestion. Some food will solve it. Okay, the build menu will allow you to build new buildings in the settlement by clicking the hammer button. You will see the building categories available to you. You can build a kitchen by selecting the leftmost category, food. Building descriptions. When you hover over an image of a building, you will see its description and price, as well as find out what surface it can be built on. A kitchen can be built anywhere, but now it is worth building on a trunk. When you select a building to build on the trunk, you will see its translucent silhouette, and the surface of the trunk will display the area available for construction. However, hover over the area you like. If the building can be built, the silhouette will turn green, otherwise it will remain red. If you don't have enough resources for a building, the silhouette will be red even if the place is suitable for construction. Yeah, I kind of wish there maybe was like a symbol or something for not enough resources instead of red. By selecting a suitable location and clicking on the left mouse button, you will begin the construction of the building. The future building will be surrounded by forests, and residents who are free from work will go to build it. If all your residents are hired in work shifts, then the building will not be built. When the builders finish the work, a new building will appear in your settlement ready to go. Okay, what were our categories of workers again? Okay, so build a cookery. So let's do this and cookery. Okay, so the cookery can be built there, and it can also be built on the ground, but I guess not on the platform. Okay, so we actually have quite a bit of room here. All right, I guess let's try that. Okay, so builders 0 of 4. I don't know if that's a good location or not. Okay, and then produce 10 rations. Okay, so 4 builders. Okay, I kind of wish that it would tell me what the category of builders or of workers were again. Maybe if we hover over these, it was like toilers, rangers, and something else. But I think builders can be anybody. Okay, so we have a cookery, forest house. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're gonna need another forest house because it said 8. Outpost Ignalis has fallen. The red signals from the northeast at once. Oh, sorry, 3 red signals. Jeez. We never thought this signal would be needed, as it means the neighboring outpost Ignalis has fallen. Right now, we can't help them. The ruins where Ignalis stood are 5 days' march away. Even if we send rangers after fighting through the fog, thick with shroud spawn and ancient relics, they'd be the ones needing rescue. Elaran has a mission, and it comes before anything else. Okay, alas, it's every man for himself. Ranger Commander Rodimer. Our crew is terrified. They don't know what happened to Ignalis or what awaits us. Maybe some made it out alive. Survivors reaching our gates may bring answers. Unlikely, even if they do, the long journey through the fog drives unprepared minds to madness. Elleran must fortify. We can't keep sleeping in tents. We need proper housing for ourselves and anyone who might fight their way through the fog. You actually want to let them inside? You want these madmen to burn half of Elleran while the other half flees in terror? We will try to help everyone who succeeds. If it does not harm research, in any case, it is necessary to strengthen the settlement. Well then, keep this in mind. When placing a building, the architects will show you a model with all possible extensions, but only the main building will be constructed. Look and learn. Whether to plan with room for future upgrades or to build compactly, that's entirely up to you, Einar. Or Ethnarch. Yes, Helga. Any other pearls of wisdom? Okay, so we need to make rations. Okay, so this uses different... Okay, craftsmen, that's the third category. So rangers, craftsmen, and toilers. Okay, so now we're gonna produce food at the cookery. All right, let's go. Okay, so build 2 of 7 houses. Okay, yeah, that's what I was thinking, is that it would take a lot of houses. Okay, so forest house. Oh, okay, not enough resources. Okay, so we're gonna have to wait on that. So let's speed up even faster here. Looks like we're gonna have to Okay, extensions. A smaller silhouette next to the building is a possible extension. Extensions will become available to you later with the study of technologies. You are not obliged to leave space for an extension, but then its construction will not be available in the future. Okay, so how many resources do we need? Okay, price is 20 wood. Okay, so we're almost there. Let's do that and 20. Let's get another forest house. Wait, it still says not enough resources. Oh, okay, that's how much we gathered. We haven't actually collected 20 yet. Okay, there we go. So we need another 20. There's 7. Okay. Anarctessin. Okay, we've used too much wood for construction. At this rate, available stocks won't be enough. We'll have to take the risk. Descend and harvest timber. What about secrecy? If we're unlucky enough to encounter Sarago's aerial patrol, we've avoided this as long as possible, but now we have no choice. Elaran needs resources. And we should explore the lake shore. Maybe we'll find a suitable spot for a fisherman's shed. We can't survive on mushrooms much longer. You're right. Proceed. Okay, so we need this here. Okay, it looks like there's some points of interest. Wow, this map is actually a lot bigger than I was thinking it would be. It looks like there's the lake here. Oh, the lake kind of wraps around. Okay, yeah, this map is a lot bigger than I was thinking. Okay, so anyway, let's go explore 2 locations on the map. The river surely holds fish, but due to the tree's height, we don't know the location of the ideal fishing and transport spots. This task requires the use of scouts. Requires 5 rations. Okay. All right, moving to object. We've confirmed a forest of smaller trees grows at the tree's roots. Our rangers must assess their viability for lumber. Okay, so we can rotate around with Q and E. Okay, good enough. I think both of the... Scout Group 0 of 1. Okay, so it has a line here. So we can only have 1 scouting party, I think, at a time. Okay, we can build another house now, so let's... Let's do that. Okay, looks like they are scouting this area here. It's going to take them about 30 more minutes to explore. And then I don't know if they automatically go to the next location. Okay, explore the shore. 1 ranger admitted fishing at this bend during patrols. One ranger admitted fishing? Okay, I don't know about that sentence. The bank slopes gently, the ground's firm, and there's plenty of fish. Good news for Elaran. Results mining zone open. Okay. Construction sites. Some buildings can only be built on a certain surface. Places where such a building can be erected are marked with icons in its tooltip. Fishermen sheds can only be built on the bank of the river. Otherwise, fishermen will not be able to reach the shoals of fish. To construct this building, drag its model across the highlighted surface until it turns green. Master, good news. Scouts confirmed the lake shore has gentle slopes and firm ground, perfect for a fisherman's shed. Excellent. Proper meals at last. Begin construction when ready. Can't wait. Fried fish beats those foul raw mushrooms any day. Okay, so we have 20 wood, but we need to make a fisherman's house, so food, or shed. Ooh, 50 wood. Okay, so let's gather 50 wood here. Wait, actually, are they going here? No, it says scout team returning. Oh, and then they have to rest. Okay, now they're ready. Okay, so they don't automatically go. Okay, so now they're going, and now we have our 50 wood. So let's make our fisherman shed. Okay, so is there any way to rotate? Okay, I don't know if there's any way to rotate the building. Okay, well, anyway, let's put it over here. Okay, maybe not. Maybe we should put it over here. Okay, I can't tell if that addition is going to be buildable or not. Hopefully it is. Okay, so let's... path to a job site. Residents get to their places of work on foot until they reach the building. They do not participate in its work. The building's efficiency does not take into account the time spent commuting, so it can vary greatly. If you build houses in which residents and kitchens in which they eat near remote workplaces, you will significantly increase the output of buildings. Okay, build houses and kitchens near where the residents work. Okay, got it. You can configure the loot zone for a building by clicking the corresponding button in its window. Don't forget, the longer it takes for workers to commute, the less time they'll have to work. Okay, looks like we're searching this area here, and I'm guessing we're gonna have to build like a forester or sawmill. Okay, these trees are suitable for construction and raw materials. Pity the great tree's branches wither without solar coursing through them. Okay, result mining zone open. Scouts report the location is ideal for a lumberjack hut. Okay. Good. Will be more visible from the air, but there's no helping it. Begin construction. Remember this, workers are more productive when they don't have to haul timber on their backs. Build a warehouse right next to the site and you'll see efficiency double. Yes, exactly. Construct the warehouse adjacent to the lumberjack hut. Okay, so let's see how much it costs for a lumberjack hut. Okay, so industry. 30 and 50, so we need 80. So warehouse construction. Warehouses allow you to store more resources. After building a new warehouse, you must choose the resource that will be stored in it. If you don't assign this resource, the warehouse will be empty. Each warehouse stores 200 units of the selected resource. Later, after studying the technologies, you can increase the capacity of warehouses. Chains of warehouses. Also, the proximity of warehouses increases the effect of production. By building a warehouse next to the sawmill, you will increase the output of your lumberjacks. If the building is connected to the council chamber through the chain of warehouses, the effect will be even greater. I don't know what that ominous sound was. Okay, so we have 30, so let's build. Okay, so let's build our lumberjack hut, and then we need 50 for the warehouse. Okay, and then also fisherman's hut, we need another house. So it's actually a good thing that we didn't build the 7th house yet. A house we need 20, so let's do that first. Okay, 15. Oh, are we out? We might be out. Okay. Okay, it's nighttime, so let's do... Oh, wait, why can't we do max? Oh, set harvest zone. Okay, wait, how do we set the harvest zone? How do we set the harvest zone? That's what I'm wondering here. Okay, unlike our dentist tree, small trees are very different. Therefore, the primary task of lumberjacks is not to cut them down, but to find suitable ones. This job requires attentiveness and endurance. It is not surprising that when recruiting rangers, preference is often given to young lumberjacks. Okay, I don't understand the harvest zone. Okay, well, let's see. Oh, you know what, though? I'm not going to be able to get more wood until we figure out this harvest zone. Okay, is there... Okay, let's save the game first of all. Okay, let's continue. I'm gonna look this up real quick. DarkSwitch Harvest Zone. I don't even know. Okay, yeah, I don't even know if we're gonna be able to find this information because it's such a new game here. Community hub. Discussion. Harvest. Okay. For the lumberjack, the second bit is to set a harvest zone, but the lumberjack building already does this. Am I missing something? Okay. When you click on the building, there's a small circle on the picture that says something like choose work area. Click that and you can make the circle where you want to harvest. Small circle on the picture. Oh, set radius. Okay, there we go. Okay, so hopefully that worked. Okay, yeah, that worked. Now we can do that. Oh, actually, we can hit max. Okay, so yeah, now we have, hopefully we'll have wood coming in. Okay. All right, workers are getting there. Looks like they're cutting. Okay, so it says 6.3 wood per hour. And it looks like maybe wood doesn't respawn. Okay, Ethnarch, we spotted a smoke signal beyond the nearby forest. It's gone now. Probably a flare burned out. A flare? You're saying there are people on the ground below near Eleran? No, I'd say someone dropped cargo from a Skywalker. I don't understand. Who would and why? Oh, Tessin, have you forgotten? We were expecting the supply Skywalker today. It should have arrived by now. The captain probably received Sarago's message, same as us. They couldn't disobey, so they turned back. At least they jettisoned our supplies nearby. Ethnarch, I'll send scouts to verify Helga's theory, unless you object. Yes, of course. Proceed as you see fit. Okay, oh, nice. We have 25 wood now. Okay, so now here's Scout. We'll send them out. Okay, so we have We have 25. Okay, so I think we should build a house out here. I think maybe hopefully that'll be good enough. Okay, so that's our 7th house being built. Okay, now we need 50 wood to make our warehouse. And then once we get our warehouse, we also want a kitchen out this way. Maybe house and kitchen out this way as well. Okay, drop site. Helga was right. This is another grammatical error. This is the expected supply shipment. There's even a note wishing us success. Balfidus's people remained fiercely loyal to him. Okay, 35 steel, 45 rations. That should be rations. 100 wooden planks, 30 gasoline, and 50 solar. Okay. You've received a shipment of valuable steel. Steel is an advanced resource that can replace iron at a ratio of 1:1. Advanced resources are typically refined from basic resources at a 2:1 ratio, making them much more efficient. Another key advantage is that each resource has its own storage limit, meaning you can stockpile up to 100 iron and 100 steel even without building additional warehouses. Okay. Each resource has its own storage limit, meaning you can stockpile up to 100 iron and 100 steel even without building additional warehouses. Okay. Well. Oh, I think that spooky sound just means it's the start of a new shift. Maybe a new day. Right. Okay, the refugees from Ignalis. People can barely stand on their feet. It's astounding they managed to make it this far. No one can properly explain what happened. Some speak of settlers suddenly attacking each other, others about waves of fog swallowing entire patrols whole. There are many wounded among the arrivals, but even more madmen. Bound lunatics drool, cackle wildly, and babble incoherent words. The fog has consumed their minds. We've seen this before. Okay, well, we want settlers, I think. I don't know. The refugees from Ignalis climb our tree, some with eyes full of joyous tears, some visibly relieved, some with forced calmness. It's clear now that those who remained sane are much fewer than it first seemed. Okay, when a resident goes too long without food, they become hungry. If your settlement has a functioning cookery with available food, hungry residents will automatically go there to eat. If there's no food available or no cookery to distribute it, a hungry resident will eventually become starving. After 24 more hours without food, they will die. Residents eat rations made from raw food. Their value improves as you progress. While residents can eat raw food directly, this is inefficient and may cause illness. Okay, so are these the settlers? Okay, I feel like we need another cookery here, although we do have lots of rations. Okay, why is our production 0? Okay, I only hope we won't live to regret this choice. Your choice, Tessin, yours alone. You're the Ethnarch now, no longer just a master researcher. The Archnon's final decree named you leader. Get used to making hard decisions and their consequences. Then here's my next decree. We will build healing quarters. We've made breakthroughs, but several craftsmen suffered burns. What do I see? Our esteemed Ethnarch finally heeding his former mentor? I always knew we needed healing quarters. We just couldn't afford them while we were in hiding. But now, fine, you were right. Okay, so I think... Okay, what's this? Scout base. Okay, I think first what we need is another cookery. Okay, didn't it say that we want it close to the workplace? Okay, so let's build one there. Okay, sending scouts. Scouts are different from other working residents. You assemble a squad once, after which you can send it on various missions as many times as you want until something bad happens to the scouts. Scouts are not assigned to a shift, but like other residents, they live according to a schedule. They sleep, eat, and come to work in the building. Spend your rations and assemble a squad of scouts by clicking on the... whatever... on the plus button, I guess? In the scout base window. Right now, you can only keep one squad at a time, but once you learn the technology, you can have up to 3 groups. To send scouts to scout the area, select the desired point of interest and press the button with the image of a leg. Next to this button is the cost of the expedition. Okay, do we have a place for them to go scout? Okay, I don't think there's any points of interest right now, so I don't know why they, that scout tutorial came up, because we've already done the scout tutorial, so... Okay, let's just have 2... Okay, I don't know why this is taking so long. Oh, is it because they have to go grab the materials all the way up here? I think it might be. Okay, so... Actually, perfect timing. We'll build our warehouse now. Okay, it looks like we still have time or resources here, so let's make another... Let's build another housing unit. Okay, fatigue. 12-hour shifts take a toll on your people's health. Even the strongest will eventually wear down. An exhausted worker operates at reduced efficiency, moves slower, and heals poorly. Fatigued workers also increase the risk of accidents after that. The building remains non-operational for a time. There's only one cure for fatigue: proper rest. Exhausted workers spend all free time sleeping, but will still report for duty if scheduled. If you care for your people, try to give them occasional days off. If a fatigued worker fails to get sufficient rest after several more shifts, they'll reach complete burnout. A burned out worker immediately leaves their post, their shift icon grays out, and stumbles home to sleep. Only after full recovery will they return to work. Okay, so does that mean... Oh, shoot. We need to assign stored resource. So that should be wood. Okay. So I still don't know... I still don't know why this fisherman's hut is not being constructed. Is it because it wanted it over here? Okay, I don't know why, so let's... Okay, Master, the toilers on ground report headaches and night terrors. Those working near fog banks hear whispers, moans. The fog grows restless. Thankfully, the daylight continues to tame it. Very well, light the flame guards near the building. They'll guard our people at night. I'll assign a few rangers to tend the flame guards. They'll keep it burning through the night and see to it that no fire burns needlessly by day. Thank you, Rodemir. Your brave ones are best suited for this. Burn bright. Light the way. Okay, so let's do that. Okay, we really need this fisherman shed to work. So I don't know why it's not. So let's also put one over here. I don't know why that won't work. Okay, so anyway, we'll just do that. Hopefully one of those buildings will work. Okay, so set up 2 flame guards, assign rangers to the flame guards. Okay, so we need 30 wood. Okay, so flame guard. Okay, hopefully that'll be within range. Then I'm guessing maybe we want one. Okay. Okay, so flame guard is up. Building contamination. The fog surrounding Elaran creeps closer to the tree's trunk each night, receding only by dawn. When the fog envelops a building, it begins a slow corruption. Infected structures suffer frequent malfunctions that halt operations until repairs are made. The deeper the infection, the more frequent the breakdowns. Warding light lights near buildings far from the tree will protect your structures from fog. Okay, so we need 30 wood. Okay, these buildings are actually starting to be built now, so that's good. Okay, so... Okay, so let's do 3. Okay, let's do 3 and 4. Okay, and we need to assign rangers. Okay, build another flame guard. Okay, now we need to build a healing quarters. It's going to take 50. Okay, fires are lit. The warm light of the flame guards brings comfort at night. People feel much calmer. The maddening whispers emanating from the shroud are no longer heard, though the nights are growing darker. Okay, fire does not betray. Lack of wood. Our wood supply is low. We can't erect buildings and construct skywalkers without... Okay, a typo there. With our wood. Without our wood. Without wood. So please build another lumberjack hut and cut a tree or 2. Okay, so accept. Okay, so build. Industry. Lumberjack hut. Okay, let's do that. Then let's go here, max. Oh, actually, wait. Do we even need... I don't think we need a daytime worker, right? We have enough rangers, so why don't we... We can always take them off if we need to. Okay, so we still need to build a healing quarters. All right, we have quite a bit of fish. So maybe let's do 2 and 2. Okay, a flame more terrible than the fog. The Luminarchy, even the name makes many go pale and tremble with fear. With the fire and sword, the Luminarchs spread the word of light to the farthest outposts. They must seek out and punish heretics, whoever and wherever they may be. Why are they here? Okay, don't let them land in Elaran. We're under the Archon's personal protection. Ooh, I don't know. They seem like crazy fanatics, so I don't know. Don't let them land. The Rangers set off to the pier. Their commander walks towards the Luminarch, raising his hands in warning. In a second, he staggers back, pressing his hand to his face. His men draw back, some drop their weapons and start rubbing their eyes. The Luminarch passes through the designated ranks, keeping his pace. This won't be an easy conversation, okay? Luminarch Legatus. I merely blinded your rangers for a few hours with the power of the light. Their impertinence deserved far worse. Tell me, did this command come from you? Yes. I am Tessin, ethnarch of this scouting outpost. We gather resources and provisions for Sarago. Here is Archon Velfidus, writ of credence. We operate under his personal protection. Your authority here. Wherever the light falls, the Luminarchy's authority is absolute. We should arrest you for insubordination. However, the eternal light shows mercy to the misguided for now. I think Luminarch, even you, would pay dearly for any conflict with the Archon. Why have you come here? The light guides us all, and we go where it points. 3 signals in the sky. We followed them and found only ruins. Those who tried to survive fled here. Among them may lurk those who caused this calamity, and thus we must test every soul in this settlement with the machine of truth. Okay, scout base where groups have no missions. Okay, so we have hungry workers. Ooh, mentally ill. What does mentally ill do? Why can't I select? Okay, so we have 20. Do we have another? Okay, cookery is 40. Okay, well, we'll have to keep an eye on this. A flame more terrible than the fog. For hours, the Luminarchs remained inactive, but then they began detaining the inhabitants of Eleran one by one, leading them aboard their Skywalker for interrogation. Many were tortured. Resistance was futile, and should the Luminarch signal for reinforcements, incinerator cruisers would reduce the outpost to ashes within days. Their only hope was that none among the crew would break and reveal their true purpose here. Few, thankfully, knew the whole truth. Okay, we must keep the secret. Okay, so we need max. Okay, I don't know why. It says we have 3 not working, but we can't get them to work. Okay, so did we make our healing quarter? I don't think we have. No, we haven't. Okay, so I think we need another warehouse over here. And do we need to set our radius? Okay, and then we need another warehouse, and we need to get our music going again. Okay, so let's... Oh, another warehouse is 50, so let's do that. Okay, the Luminarchy released Melisande Montrevaux. Okay, so I guess they were keeping a couple of our people. Okay, so warehouse. Oh, We have another point of interest. Ooh, it looks like there's some green fog here. That might not be too good. Okay, so I think we need to be looking around for points of interest. I don't think it's going to tell us necessarily. Okay, fugitive camp. The refugees are reluctant to speak with the rangers after what happened. They fear heading towards Elaran. To them, setting foot on the tree seems even more dangerous than staying put and breathing the fog. Luckily, the shroud has not yet claimed their souls, and they allowed themselves to be persuaded. Okay, so we have... We have more workers there. Okay, several workers stand talking at the forest's edge. Wisps of fog curl between the trees. No one pays them any mind. The fog begins moving. Or sorry, no one pays. What? Oh, them meaning the curls. Okay. The fog begins moving faster. One brave soul steps closer to investigate. The fog envelops him. A second later, he screams. A madman bursts from the mist, clawing at his own face, as if trying to tear the fog out of his flesh. The others freeze in horror, watching. Finally, they snap back to their senses and run, but it's too late. The fog takes them too. Okay, the darkness was summoned by sorcerers hiding within this settlement, and now the innocent suffer. If that's not proof of heresy, then what is? The shroud felt alive. I've never seen anything like it. When the black moon rises again, the shroud of the departed shall cover the world in dread. The song of the black moon? You believe those old tales about darkness swallowing us all? I'm a scholar and believe only in facts. We should have built the engineerium long ago to properly study the shroud. Since you're here, Monseigneur, would you grant us your blessing? You know the Luminarchy's answer. Your attempts to study the fog are futile. All you need is faith in the light. Okay. So, build the engineerium, research the fog, observatory technology. Okay, so first though we should designate this as wood. Okay, that's the engineerium. First we need the healing quarters. Okay, I guess we'll build that there. Okay, and then engineerium is 50 wood. And that must be built on the tree. Okay, well, at least our sick will be happy. Don't be so certain. They expected to return home to Sarago on the next Skywalker as the rotation was completed. How complicated. I hope at least you'll personally select staff for the halls of healing. I'll pick them, but you need to approve the shifts. Don't shirk your duties, Einarch. Or Ethnarch. After that, all you'll have to do is wait for the healers to do their job, and if that doesn't happen, then it means you forgot something. I think I liked being a simple researcher more. Okay, what should we do with the insane? A couple of the insane refugees managed to break free. They shouted that the darkness has crawled into their guts and stirred there, and only the fire could purge them. They tried to set themselves on fire and burn down one of the buildings. Ooh, I don't know. All right, let's send them away. The madmen resisted with all their strength, screaming pleas and threats in equal measure. Finally resigned, they trudged away, debating aloud where to burn themselves. With each step, their voices grew fainter until they turned and walked into the fog as if summoned by some unforeseen source. Okay, so now we need to... Oh, okay, so the healing quarters... Okay, so does the healing quarters not require workers or what? Oh, there we go. Okay, so wait for the sick to be healed. We're still gathering wood. We need to build the engineerium, which is 50. Okay, burnt building. Okay, so does that mean that is repaired? Okay, so I think what we need... Okay, I think we need one of these over here. I think that's what this is referring to. Why aren't we getting our wood? There we go. Master, the Luminarchs are leaving. What do you mean they're leaving? Their Skywalker is still here. No, Master, they've descended and are now moving away from the tree. I see. I must admit their defiance of the Shroud is impressive. Should we track them? No, don't. We shouldn't meddle in their rituals. That's a bad idea. So let's build that. And we need another... Actually, since this Fisher hut is working, let's just dismantle that. So wait until the sick are healed. Okay, so we only have 5, so they should be healed fairly quick. Physically ill, 2. Trauma, 4. So unfortunately, I think we only have room for this many people. So we're at 30% fear. Oh, we have another point of interest. Let's go. Okay, so let's max that out and max that out. So that's the forest house. That's the cookery. Okay, so the burnt building, do we need to like destroy it or what? Okay, anyway, let's build the engineerium. A fugitive camp, emaciated people sat around a small fire, shielding it with their bodies and a piece of hide draped over the top. They were clearly afraid of being found. It took a great deal of effort for the rangers to convince the poor souls that they were safe. Oh look, our fear went way down. Wait, do we have a burnt building here too, or what? Okay, people have made sure that the supply lines are working smoothly, which means they should too. Close to the warehouse, okay. I wonder, should I build another warehouse here? With the construction of the engineerium, you can learn technologies that are useful for Eleran. In order for the research to move forward, there must be workers on shift in the engineering. That should be in the engineerium. Click the highlighted button to open the technology tree. Okay. Oh, wow. Technologies are divided into 4 large groups according to the scope of application. Now you can study the technologies of the first level, which are closest to the center of the scheme. More complex technologies will require you to study the previous ones and improve the engineering. Some technology trees are not yet available to you. They will be unlocked in the course of the story. Okay, the technology interface is divided into 4 tabs. You can switch between tabs using the arrow keys or select any tab from the overview. The technology you need is located in the Society tab. Select it, then choose the Ether Watch technology. Each technology has a resource cost and research difficulty. You can speed up research process by constructing more engineerings. Okay, so I think it said Fog Observatory, although in that little tutorial it said Ether something. Anyway, Fog Observatory. Okay, so it requires 75 wood, which we are getting. Okay, so max and max. Now let's go back to here. Fog observatory. Nope. Still need some wood here. Nope. This one. Fog observatory. Okay. Research. Oh, there's 39 homeless? Okay, we need to build some housing here. So, housing. Okay, so we have no choice but to reveal this equipment to the Luminarchs. The time has come. Aether Watch requires elevation and vast quantities of paper, so remember how I warned you not to build near the council chambers? I vaguely recall this. So this building goes next to the chamber? It's not even a building, more of an annex. You won't find a ready-made blueprint for it. Classify it as an upgrade of the council chamber. Remember, council chamber upgrade Aether Watch. Okay, you must now build the Aether Watch modifications. Select your council chamber. Open the council chamber's development menu to view available building modifications, their costs, and descriptions. Okay, my people have spotted lights in the shroud. They flicker strangely, like coded signals, but indecipherable. Crucially, they're only visible from the council chamber platform. Why? Is it the platform's height? Some optical property? This implies directional shielding. Whoever is signaling wants only us to see it. Then we must meet them, whoever they are. Dispatch a covert team, but keep this from our guests. I'll proceed carefully. If the Luminarch suspects we're harboring heretics, their wrath will be severe. Okay, so let's do that. So let's do that. Council chamber development. Aether Watch. Okay, if you have sufficient resources, you may begin construction of the Fog Observatory modification. Okay, builders 2 of 2. Okay, distant light. We have discovered the remains of woodworking, a whole stack of finished wooden planks without any logs. The origin of this wood, the cutting method used, and what lights lured us to this site remain a mystery. Okay, so now they have to return, and I think they have to rest. Resting. Okay, I want to continue building housing. Okay, I think I want another house over here. Okay, so that's going to be enough housing for that and this, right? Okay, so 8, 16, 12, 14. Okay, so yeah, that's good. Okay, so still homeless 24, so we need at least 3 more houses. Oh, actually, I want the forest house over here. Okay, another forest house. Let's say there. Another one. I guess let's say there. A distant light, we discovered an overnight camp. Seems like the fog clouded people's minds. Evidence suggests they left in haste, leaving their provisions behind. Okay, so 40 rations. My men spotted a Luminarch procession. They're not even trying to hide those torches of theirs. They're returning? If so, we must abort the search immediately. I won't risk our people crossing paths with them. I already gave the order. We played dumb and we saw nothing. Dang it. Okay, so we got... I don't know what that other thing would have been. Okay, let's go back to tree view. Where's our engineerium? Oh, no, actually, we want to go... Okay, so we can do it from here. Okay, so great engineerium. What does that do? Currently, the engineerium is just a few desks and a cabinet full of blueprints from Sarago. We'll need to expand it and set up proper laboratory for serious research. Most important, we need to train more people. Upgrading to a greater engineerium unlocks new technologies. Okay. Oh, wait. Air trail. The cableway saves significant time on ascents and descents. Moreover, these cabins are spacious and comfortable. No wonder it's the primary mode of transport in Sarago. Allows for the construction of fast cable transport between the tree and the ground below. That might actually be kind of good. And then that leads to third shift. Or I don't think that even leads to third shift. Okay. So watchtower. Okay, while scouting the terrain, the Rangers gain valuable knowledge. We will consolidate this information and draft guidelines. From now on, the Rangers will carry only essential supplies, nothing more. Increase the speed of scout teams. That might be nice. Also, we've begun ground resource extraction, and this means our people need protection. The towers will allow us to station lookouts and patrols to secure the areas. Allows for the construction of watchtowers which protect an area from creeps. Okay, we're probably going to need that sometime. Okay, I kind of want this one. Okay, but that takes metal. Okay, the craftsman found a place on our dendis tree where its sap comes close to the bark. With a heavy heart, the ethnarch ordered the tree to be cut down and the extraction of solar oil to begin. We will prepare the calculations. Allows for the construction of extractors for harvesting solar. What is solar? Okay, that's that. Okay, upgrades lumberjack huts into more effective chop shops. Allows for the construction of posts for collecting metal. Upgrades barns into more effective wharfs. Okay, I feel like we want chop shop. Okay, so 135. Okay, I want to see if there's any other... Oh, okay, there is. Let's do that. How much was the air trail? Allows for the construction of fast cable transport between tree and ground. Okay, let's do the more effective chop shops first and then the air cable or whatever it was. Fugitive camp. A few madmen were hiding in the reeds. They were so emaciated they didn't even try to run. The fog had drained their souls. We're not even sure these people came from Ignalis. How can we have so many physically ill? Okay, okay, so we need more healing quarters, unfortunately. Okay, so let's do one there. Okay, so I think that's good for now. Okay, Luminarch Legatus. One of my brothers caught an exhausted, ragged toiler today. He had no chart to prove he'd passed the machine of truth. How do you explain that? Dumbass probably left his papers at home. What do you expect from such a poor and backwards outpost? So backward that Archon Valfidus himself has taken a personal interest? We're merely maintaining the fog measuring apparatus. You witnessed its construction near the council chamber yourself. A group of heavily armed rangers are willing to die rather than let me ascend the tree. Do you think I was born yesterday? I've run out of patience, Tessin. Now you will face the machine of truth. The arrest of Tessin. Tessin walks towards the Luminarch Skywalker, fighting to hide the tremors in his hands. He manages the last glance at his comrades before the door seals behind him. Okay, so let's do Max and Max. And Max. Not Max. Okay, so I guess it's because some of our artisans or whatever are sick or injured. Okay. Yesterday, Rodomir reported the Rangers came across a debris-strewn field near the tree. Could be from the War of City Domains. Where is he, by the way? The damned Luminarchs took him for interrogation. They promised it wouldn't take long, Master Ethnarch. They won't get a word out of Rodomir. He's gotten out of worse scrapes than this. Master Ethnarch, how did you hide the truth from them? When they hooked me up to their machine, I nearly crapped myself from fear. All those light tortures, red-hot needles, repeating phrases, it felt like being back in the Engineering Academy's solar drive course. Let's just say that not everyone returned from that class with the same number of fingers they started with. And those voices, the whispering, did you hear them? Turned my guts inside out like I'd spent a week in the fog. We won't discuss this now, not now. Send diggers to inspect that scrap heap you mentioned. If we find anything usable, it'll give our complex mechanisms a real boost. Okay, let's send those. Research technology metal collection post. Okay, darn, I wanted to get Chop Shop first. I think we'll probably do that. Okay, a field littered with metal. This metal can be mined or rather collected and reused. Who knows what happened here during the War of City Domains. Okay, so we have a mining zone opened. Okay, so it looks like so this guy's at 25%. Once we get him, then we'll put him here. Okay, so it looks like mostly we have rangers that are unable to work. Okay, there. Now we should have more wood production. I totally forgot we didn't have everyone assigned. Okay, we have another. Oh, okay, so a fugitive camp. People curled beneath the roots of a dead tree, silent, trembling, eyes wide and empty. The fog had already whispered too long in their ears. They no longer knew friend from foe. The rangers just wrapped them up and carried them away before the shroud could finish what it had started. Okay. Oh, so now. Okay, let's do. Okay, let's do that. And then actually, let's get another engineerium. Okay, so hopefully I don't see. Okay, so let's max out our fishing. And I think we don't need our mushrooms. Stranger things, the guzzles have never come this close to the settlement before. They could devour all our food supplies and the unsalted fish stores. We'll have to send a ranger squad to root out their nest. Okay, we'll take measures. Okay, looks like our internet connection is back. Maybe. Okay, I don't know. Okay, there we go. Okay, so research technology, metal collection post, build a metal collection post. Okay, our other engineerium is good to go now. Oh, okay, so you can only research one at a time. That makes sense. I was thinking that if you had multiple engineeriums that you could research multiple things, but I think it just increases the speed. Okay, there we go. Let's research the metal collection. Okay, Guzzle's Nest. The Rangers found and killed a lot of Guzzles, but most of them have scattered elsewhere. Okay, with all due respect, this raid didn't help much. The attacks keep coming. Yes, the Rangers have completely failed. Usually, when you destroy a nest, the surviving Guzzles run away in search of a place for a new one, and these hid, as if they were smeared with honey here. Fine, we can't dispatch a squad for every critter spotted. Our scouts are stretched thin as it is. We'll build a watchtower, post guards, and so on. This will keep the Guzzles away and stop us from getting caught off guard again. Okay, so let's pause. Okay, where's our watchtower? Oh, okay. Actually, I think we need to research the watchtower. So let's get that going. Oh, and we need more houses. Oh, we're out of resources. Okay, so okay, respected Ethnarch, our settlement grows rapidly, demanding ever more resources. The extractors can't keep pace, and workers dare not venture far. Most of them cannot survive encounters with the fog or guzzles. We're perpetually short-handed, but what do you propose? From Sarago, we salvaged schematics for a walker. These mighty machines would accelerate extraction and safeguard toilers. Aren't you overreaching? The engineering would need to be expanded. This would necessitate a new administrative wing and, by extension, council chamber renovations. For what purpose? One might think you're not eager to test your enhanced solar drive design. The crystal compression cycle does yield greater power while reducing explosive vibrations. Wait, enough. As you reminded me, I'm Ethnarch now. You know why we're in Elaran, and it's not to tinker. Very well, Ethnarch, your decision stands. Please do keep in mind that we'll need to harvest solarium. Without it, the drives won't function at all. Okay, so we have our metal extractor. Okay, so we need solar extractor, but we also need our watchtower, right? Okay, watchtower is 75. Okay, we still have homeless though. Okay, so okay, fugitive camp. All right, we got some people. Our sins. His so-called fog worshippers are just random settlers. Some pray quietly, others struggle uselessly against their bonds. Among those tied to the pyre post, a scout and 2 craftsmen screaming about mistaken identity, begging for mercy. But most chilling of all is the missing ranger captain. Rodomir's nowhere to be found. What have these fanatics done with him? I feel like if we do this, we're gonna get screwed. But we'll do it anyway. There are people. The shouts of the townsfolk merge into a threatening murmur. The Luminarchs untie Rodamir and the 2 others, leading them away. These people release the remaining captives and emboldened march towards the Skywalker. Legatus steps forward to meet them. A flash strikes their eyes. Anger turns to confusion, and the citizens retreat. Yeah, I kind of knew that was going to happen. Well done, Master Ethnarch. We saved them. Oh, no, okay, we saved them. Not at all. Some were taken, and Rodamir remains missing. The Luminarchs won't forget this defiance. Don't regret your choice, Tessin. You did right. I only hope I haven't made things worse. I still hope to see Rodamir alive. Okay, so let's do this. How much is the watchtower? 75. Okay, oh man, we still have 1 homeless. 1 homeless is fine. Okay, where are all of our healing quarters? Just want to make sure that everyone's getting healed. Okay, I feel like we need more healing quarters, but I don't think we have enough healers to do that. Still need 75 to start research. Oh, there we go. Okay, so I think we need the watchtower. Start research. Our rations are starting to get kind of low. Let's get that. Get cookery. Okay, today when I was fixing a lift mechanism at the edge of the upper platform, I noticed the Luminarchs carrying something from their Skywalker. They descended the platforms with a bundle and disappeared into the woods. If they're trying to get rid of something, then we can use it against them. I'll order the rangers to inspect this place. Let's hope it's not for Rodamir's corpse. Are you certain, Master Ethnarch? Do you not fear provoking the Luminarch's wrath further? No, I'm not sure at all, but we'll investigate the place anyways, even if it shatters whatever piece we have left. Okay, let's do that. Okay, so no homeless. Okay, so the watchtower was done. Okay, so We need 40 wood for the watchtower. Then we need to collect iron, and then... Okay, so where should we put our watchtower? Oh, watchtower does not have a good radius. Okay, hopefully that'll be good enough. Okay, so now upgrade council chamber. The emblem of the sun. We found the bodies. They're charred beyond recognition, but one is unmistakably Rodimer. The other corpse wears tattered crimson and gold robes. In its rigor mortis grip, a golden disc emblazoned with the sun's sigil, the mark of the Luminarch's authority. What could this mean? Where is your emblem of the sun, Monsignor Legatus? Would you mind showing it to me? Isn't my Skywalker and robe enough for you? We found a mutilated Luminarch body in the woods. Have you started killing your own people, or perhaps you're not a Luminarch at all? Who am I then? The many-armed ghost used to frighten disobedient children at night? Rangers, seize him. Scuffle breaks out. Legatus and his men lack the strength to take the entire settlement. The false Luminarchs retreat to their Skywalker and cast off. Before departing, they manage to take Helga with them. Uh-oh. Master, are you alright? We've repelled the Luminarchs. When they realized they couldn't reach the tree's summit, they retreated to their Skywalker. I'm fine. Casualties? Minimal on both sides. They spared civilians, but took key figures captive during their withdrawal. I was on the lower tier, Master Ethnarch, but Helga. First Rodimer, now her. What in Light's name is happening, Master? What do we do now? I'm uncertain, but this I know. This crisis extends beyond the Eleran. Whoever these false Luminarchs are, Sarago, we must be warned. Must be warned. Dispatch a courier hawk. Master, you need to see this. The fog's rising in broad daylight. Okay, so... Okay... Oh, I didn't know that there was this meter here. So maybe if the fog reaches the top, we're dead, and if the fear reaches the max, we're also dead. Okay, that should be fine. Alright, our building is almost done. There we go. Max and max. Wow, that takes a lot of rangers. I feel like our artisans are our limiting factor here. Okay, so assign rangers to the watch station. Upgrade the council chamber. Upgrade the engineering, research the solar extractor technology, build the solar extractor. Okay, so we need the great engineerium. Okay, so that's 75. Oh, actually, That's 70. Oh, 75 no metal. Okay, so that's fine. Okay, so how are we getting so many infected buildings? Okay, scout base where groups have no missions. Okay, building has infection in progress 4. Okay, I thought that's what the flame guard was for. Okay, I'm kind of confused. Yeah, I thought that's what the flame guard was for. Unfortunately, like we can't. We still need 75. I don't think we need the mushrooms anymore, so let's take that out. Okay. Let's research that. Council, town hall. Okay, so we do need metal for that. All right, so now let's go to industry, metal collection. Okay, let's do that. And we need a flame guard. Okay, so Toiler's Chief Mathan, Master Ethnarch, the fog advances more frequently and climbs higher. What are your orders? This started immediately after Legatus departed. It's too convenient to be a coincidence. We must risk activating the device. Our preparations will ensure success. Master Ethnarch, you warned us it remains unstable until fully matured. True, a single miscalculation could unleash catastrophic energy, hence we'll evacuate the tree first. They'll be exposed to the fog for a bit, but no harm will come to them afterwards. Master, forgive me, but are you in your right mind? The fog's about to destroy us, and you're suggesting we walk into it? I fear we have no other choice. Master Ethnarch, hear me. We needn't attempt this experiment surrounded by fog. Gather supplies on the upper platform. The fog can't reach us there. Can't reach us? You can't guarantee that. These events won't resolve themselves. Ignalis likely fell this same way. How can you be certain the device will function, or that anyone survives prolonged fog exposure? The last stand. Riding out the shroud surge in the tree is the tried and true solution. Under normal circumstances, this would be the obvious choice, but these are not normal circumstances. On the other hand, activating the device carries tremendous risk, shroud or no shroud. I have no idea what the device is, but let's do it. This is no ordinary shroud surge. Only the device can save us now. The people will descend from the tree with a day's provisions. Once activated, they'll return. Okay, so let's get a flame guard. Actually, no, let's not. Let's get a flame guard there. Max and max, max and max. Now, need a warehouse. Okay, scout the evacuation points. Okay, pitching tents might buy us a few days or at least an hour. Okay, why can't I? There we go. So we're at 60. Okay, we can't do the air trail yet. 70. Oh, 69. Okay. It's going down. Oh, because of the flame guards, probably. There we go. Air trail. Oh, wait. Went down again. Okay. Rangers have cleared the area of monsters. It'll stay safe for a while. Okay, air trail, research. Okay, so now we need... So 100 wood, 100 rations. Send people to the evacuation points. Scout the evacuation. Okay, so we're getting there. Okay, so there's 1, 2, 3. Okay. Rangers confirm this place is safe for now. A few hours here won't be enough for the fog to reach those taking shelter. Where's the last? There. Okay, there's the last one. Okay, they've returned. They're resting. Send. exploring. Okay, shelter from monsters. The fog kills slower here. It'll make it. Yeah, I don't know what the infection, how things get infected. I thought that's what the flame guard was for. We are probably going to cut this fairly close. Okay, so this development, let's get that going. Okay, evacuation point. This tangle of trunks is a natural barrier against the fog. Rangers will keep the monsters away. Okay, so how do we send people then? Okay, so then Engineerium. Okay, Engineerium. Okay, this is getting scurry. Okay, I don't exactly know what is going on right now. Okay, so let's get our solar. Oh, we can't get our solar extractor yet. Hopefully, this won't crash out on us. Okay, so solar. No, can't do that yet. And this is not good. Master Ethnarch, everything is ready. The others have left. We're the only ones left. Excellent. Why aren't you with them? Master Ethnarch, it wouldn't be right for you to be here alone. Maton, as the head of Toilers, you're in charge while I'm occupied. The people can't be left leaderless. Go with them. That's an order. Master Ethnarch, I'm a simple man, but no fool. I don't know your clever words, but I understand you don't expect to survive. I'm staying. Why would you do this? My children, Master Ethnarch, they're in Sarago now. I want them to have a chance. Archon Belfidus, he promised to save whoever he could. I'll ensure they have a future. You're a worthy son of Sarago, Maton. Your children will honor their father. Burn bright in this final hour. Ooh, my. The fall of Alaran. The fog reached the upper tier and its creatures infiltrated even higher, but the dwelling stood empty. Tessin managed to activate the device. A colossal flash lit up Alaran. The fog vanished for kilometers around. Everyone who remained above sacrificed themselves to give others a chance to survive. Most of Eleran's inhabitants escaped to the ground. They watched in terror as Eleran burned, praying to the light that the fog wouldn't take them forever. Is everything truly lost? Congratulations, thank you for playing the prologue of Dark Switch. If you liked the demo, add the game to your wish list. And join our Discord. As a small team making our debut game, every bit of support and feedback is important to us. We'll see you soon. All right, I liked that game. That was pretty crazy, the finish there. I don't know if the actual storyline is going to follow that and then you have to start over with a new city somewhere, or how that's going to work out. But I thought that was pretty good. That was about 2 hours and 23 minutes of gameplay. About 2 hours and 20 minutes. I'm sure you could play a little bit faster or slower depending on how fast you figure everything out. But anyway, I usually try to stream from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Pacific time. I'm probably going to jump into either another game demo or back into Palia. I did figure out a couple of things in Palia that I wanted to share with people. Today is Friday, so I won't be back until Monday, and then the week after next, I will be away on a ski trip for a week. So, but yeah, thanks so much for watching, and maybe I'll see you next time. I'm definitely going to add this to my wish list. I think it's very similar to Frostpunk, but obviously a different setting. But I kind of liked it. It was pretty intuitive, except for placing the area for the loggers. But other than that, it was a great game. Thanks so much for watching. Maybe I'll see you next time.